morning all of you. This is your Prabhakar and welcome to our channel Dawn of Chemistry. So far I have done two videos on IUPAC nomenclature. One is based on root word, primary prefix and secondary prefix, and another video is on the secondary suffix and secondary prefix. In this video I am going to explain about the how to name when simple substituent is there, like ethyl substituent, methyl substituent and propyl substituent is there. There is no problem. When there is bigger chains are present as the substituents, how to name those secondary prefixes, how to number them and how to name them, that we will be discussing. And let us discuss about the spiro compounds IUPAC nomenclature, bicyclo compounds IUPAC nomenclature, and finally some exceptional compounds, how to name them. So let us get into the things. IUPAC nomenclature. When, or you can take naming of bulky substituents. Whenever there is a bulky substituents on the main chain, how to name them. COOH, COOH, this compound is present, CHO, CHO. This type of compounds are present. How to name these compounds? Always remember, when bulky substituent is present. If you take for example CH3 group is there, we call it as methyl group. C2H5 group means we call it as ethyl group. C3H7 is there means we call it as propyl group. All these things I have already explained. When halogens are there means fluoro, chloro, bromo, iodo will come. NO2 is there means nitro will come. OCH3 means methoxy, ethoxy and propoxy will come. But here this kind of substituents are there. How to name them and how to number them? Always main chain should have high priority functional group. So which is main chain means this will be the main chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 are there. So this will become the main chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Though there are maximum carbon atoms are present in this chain, but we will see only maximum priority functional group. That's why this will be the main chain. In this case also, this is the main chain. Now, how to number the substituent means, see, always numbering starts from point of attachment. The point of attachment is taken as first, second, third and then fourth. This will be a substituent and this will be the main chain and this will become a substituent. So always numbering starts from the point of attachment and we will number it as 1 and we will name them as a separate compound. So how to name this one means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or you go this side 1, 2, 3, 4. Any side it is coming 4. So 4 hyphen. Whenever the bulky substituents are there, numbering starts from the point of attachment for the substituent. So this is the point of attachment 1, 2, 3, 4. On first position, butyl is there 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1 butyl. On fourth position, you are having the substituent and 1 butyl, comma 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 butyl. 4, 1 butyl 1 comma 7 heptanoic acid. 1 butyl. What is 1 butyl means? For this butyl substituent on first position 1 butyl group is there. That's why 1 butyl 1 comma 7 heptanoic acid. This one you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are there. So this is the substituent 1, 2, 3, 4. On third position it is there 3, 1,2 dimethyl butyl. So whatever the bulky chain is present, we will write it in the brackets and we will name it as it is in the general nomenclature, and we will continue writing the remaining compound. This one is hexanoic acid. 1,7 heptane dioic acid. Why it is dioic acid? Means 2 carboxylic acid is there. 1,6 hexane dialdehyde, or you can write 1,6 hex dihexanol also you can write, there is no problem, or simply 1,6 hexane dial, 1,7 heptane dioic acid will come. Let us take another example. CHO CN I will write. This is there. So what is the main chain? Means always when this kind of things are there, this is the main chain. Numbering starts from this side. So 3 hyphen. This is the substituent. So how to number the substituent? Means this is the point of attachment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is the side chain. Now see the numbering. First carbon is having 2 methyl. Second is having 1. 1, 1, 2, 3. Tetra methyl 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pentyl. So we will write the substituent as a main compound, but the numbering is different. The point of attachment will get the first number, and we will continue writing the other things, and we will name it pentyl 1,6 hexane dimethyl. This is the name of the compound. So always substituents will be numbered as a separate compounds, and we will write them in the square brackets when you are writing the name of the compound. Like this we can write the bulky substituents naming. So be careful with this bulky substituents naming also. So this is how we can name the bulky substituents and their nomenclature. Now let us see some exceptional compounds are there. How to name the exceptional compounds means, what are these exceptional compounds means? Compounds with polyfunctional groups or compounds with polyterminating groups. Compounds with polyterminating groups. So what are these polyterminating groups means? We know very well. CHO, CN, COOH, COOR, COCl, CONH2. These kind of groups are known as the polyterminating. When more than 3 are there, when more than 3 are present. When 2 are there means you can name them as it is, but when they are present more than 3, if CHO is there means we will use secondary suffix carbaldehyde. Cyanide is there means carbonitrile. Carboxylic acid is there means carboxylic acid will come. Like this, when these terminating functional groups are more than 3 are present, we will use. If 3 are there means tri we will use. If 4 are there means tetra we will use. 5 are there means penta we will use. Like this it will be continuing. So 3 carboxylic acids are there means tricarbaldehyde we will be writing. Like this we can be writing the compounds. Let us take for example this compound CHO CHO, CHO, COOH, 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 CN, 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 CN. When two are there means you can consider that into the main chain and you can number them and you can name them. But when they are present more than 3, see, when more than 3 are there, secondary suffix, see, the groups are not included in main chain. Included in main chain. These groups are not included in main chain. So whenever you are selecting main chain, you will not count them into main chain. Here also we will not count them. Here also we will not count them. And these are named as a secondary suffix. The secondary suffix will be different. When ester, acyl halides and amides are there means directly we can write them triester, trichlorocarboxy or triamides, like that we will use. See here CONH2 3 are there means triamides we will write, and esters are there means triester we will write. If acyl halides are there means triacyl halides we will be writing. So see here, now start numbering 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can write 1, 3, 4. That side you number means it comes wrong, so you should number from this side. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it will be 1, 2, 4 will come. Butane. Butane 1, 2, 4 tricarbaldehyde. This is the name. This one 1, 2, 3. So it will be propane 1, 2, 3 tricarboxylic acid. In this case 1, 2, 3, 4 will come. So butane 1, 2, 3, 4 tetracarbonitrile. Like this, whenever the compound is having more than 2 terminating functional groups, we will always name them. CHO means carbaldehyde, Cl means carbonitrile, COOH means carboxylic acid, COOR means triester we will write, COCl means triacyl halide or triacyl chloride, triacyl bromide, like that we will write. Amides are there means triamide we will be writing. So like this we can name the compounds with more than 2 terminating functional groups. So be careful with this kind of problems also. These are the NCERT level problems only. This one is a direct NCERT question from your textbook. So be careful with this thing. Like this, these are the maximum exceptions what we will be encountering during naming of IUPAC compounds. For general esters nomenclature, so far we have discussed the polyfunctional groups are there means how to name them. If esters are present, how to name them? Always remember this esters is a separate nomenclature which we will not follow the IUPAC nomenclature. General guidelines, you have to use a separate thing. Esters are named as alkyl alkanoate. The ester is named as alkyl alkanoate. What is this alkyl alkanoate means? RCOO-R dash. The carbon or the alkyl group which is attached to the oxygen is named as alkyl, and this is named as alkanoate will be coming. Let us see some examples for this thing. CH3, CH2, COO, CH3, CH3, CH2, CH2, COO, C2, H5, CH3, CH2, CHCl, COO, C3, H7, HC11O, O, CH2, CH2, CH3, Cl will come. So these are the compounds we are having. HCOO, CH2, CH3. Always these are named as alkyl alkanoate. Here root word and all less we will use. Here alkanoate. O8 is the functional group. Alkane is the root word will come. So this is the main chain. So root word will be prop will come. Functional group is O8 will come. Alkyl alkanoate. So propanoate will come. And what is the group present? Alkyl means here methyl is there. So methyl propanoate will come. And this one will be ethyl butanoate will come. Ethyl butanoate will come. And this one will be propyl. Propyl. This will be butanoate, but there is a substituent on this thing. Propyl 2-chloro-butanoate will come. Propyl 2-chloro-butanoate will come. And in this you see, this is methanoate. This is as it is you can write, but this one you see, this is from point of attachment you have to see 1, 2, 3. So it will be 2-chloro-propyl methanoate will come like this. Esters are always named as alkyl alkanoates. In these alkyl alkanoates, the major things we consider is the group attached to the alkyl or alkoxy group is written as alkyl group, and the remaining group is written as alkanoate group. So alkyl alkanoate. And this one you see, you can write the name as here this is ethyl will come. So this will be ethyl methanoate will come like this. We can write the IUPAC nomenclature of different compounds. Mostly for esters we can write whatever the esters are there. You have to name the esters as alkyl alkanoate group. The alkyl group means that a group will along with OR dash or alkyl group attached to the oxygen is combined to produce alkyl, we will write, or simply you can consider this as a alkyl group, and this total is nothing but the alkanoate group. Like this you can do. Next, have a look on these things. After this thing I will explain the anhydrides. That is also a different nomenclature procedure we have to use. The common IUPAC rules we cannot apply to them. You have to approach through a different procedure. So we have taken these things. Let us go to anhydrides. How anhydrides are named. Anhydrides are C double bond O, C double bond O, R dash. What is an anhydride means? When two carboxylic acids are C double bond O OH, or C double bond O OH. Anhydride, a substance formed by losing water molecule, is an anhydride. OH from here, H from here. It is not mandatory that OH should go from this only. It can go from this also. From both the things, one water molecule is eliminated and it is obtained. Like this, we can get this one. So anhydride. So always remember, from two carboxylic acids, anhydride is formed. If you take this one, CH3, C double bond O, C double bond O, C2, H5. CH3, C double bond O, C double bond O, CH3. You take this one, CH3, CH2, C double bond O, C double bond O, H. CH3, CHCl, CH2, C double bond O, C double bond O, CH2, 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 CH3. CH3, C double bond O, C double bond O, CHNO2, CH2, CH3. So this kind of things are there, means how to name these compounds means, let us see. This is named as, this is coming from ethanoic acid and this is coming from propanoic acid. So this is coming from ethanoic acid, this is coming from propanoic acid. You can name this as ethanoic, propanoic anhydride. Ethanoic, propanoic anhydride. So whatever the acids, from whatever the acids the anhydride is coming, we will write the acids in the alphabetical order and we will use the suffix anhydride for them. This one you see, this is coming from ethanoic acid and ethanoic acid. So it will be diethanoic anhydride or diacetic anhydride will come. Mostly we will be using ethanoic only as per the IUPAC norms. Next, let us take this one. This is propanoic, this is methanoic. So it will be methanoic, propanoic anhydride. Methanoic, propanoic anhydride will come. And this one you see, this is a butanoic anhydride and this one is a pentanoic. So it will be 2-chlorobutanoic, pentanoic anhydride will come. 2-chlorobutanoic and pentanoic anhydride. And this one will be ethanoic anhydride, butanoic anhydride. What is this butanoic anhydride means? So sorry, this will be 1, 2, 3 will come. In this case, 1, 2 will come. 2-nitrobutanoic, ethanoic anhydride. Like this, we can name the anhydride. So always anhydride is a compound formed by removal of water molecule from 2-carboxylic acid. From which 2 carboxylic acids it is obtained, those 2 carboxylic acids are written in alphabetical order like alkanoic, alkanoic, and anhydride is written in the end. So from whatever the carboxylic acids that anhydride is obtained, that 2 acids names we will write initially and finally we will add a suffix anhydride. Like this we can write the IUPAC names of the polyfunctional group compounds, esters and then anhydrides. Go through these things. Thanks for watching to this channel ma. If you like the video means click like button. If you think it will help your friends means share the video. For more updates from my channel means subscribe to my channel and click the bell icon. Thank you.